Yo, what's going on? What's happening? I got my milk mustache. Milk does the body good. Straight up raw cashew milk. 2 ingredients in this milk. 1 cashews, 2 water. Homemade raw cashew milk. Man, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. You know what bugs me out about some people? I'm not gonna say all, you know. When I do videos about working out, growing your own food, collecting rainwater, you know what I'm saying? Going to the wells and collecting mineral water from that. When I'm talking about becoming more independent and separating yourself from the artificial world from the real one, that's when I lose black folks. And I just don't understand it. But now I'm beginning to comprehend that, hey, I'm old. And I'm the old model. No, I'm being real. Like if there was like a model, you know, as far as dealing with black people, I'm the TR100. I'm like the old school model of what I'm looking at now. And that's real talk. And the reason why I know that there's a difference between the two, the old and the new, is because I can tell based on this person's movements, this person's thoughts, morals, principles, that they don't make black people like they used to. Real talk. But see, I have to understand this. I'm not talking to the same type of black folks that I knew back in the days, whether it was in the early 2000s, the 90s, or the 80s, or let alone the 70s. Black people are totally different from what they were when I was coming up in the world. For some odd reason, I don't know what happened, but somewhere in between 2000 and 2023, something happened that I thought never would happen, ever in our genes. Black people stop being creative. I said it. We stop being creative. And all we're doing is just mimicking and emulating things that previous cultures have done and succeeded. Like the 90s culture. At the end of the day, this generation has no identity at all. What are you known for? The internet? Your music? Your dances? Dances are not even dances anymore. Let's just be real. All that stuff, that's dance routines. That's dance routines. When I see on TikTok, that's dance routines. That's not dancing. You shaking your butt and doing this, that's not dancing. That's a dance routine. Let me see some real dancing, because I don't see that anymore. I don't see people rhyming anymore. I see people mumbling. And I'm not an old school. I'm not an old head that's hating on the young. I'm not. Truth be told, most of these people that do the mumble rap and you can't hardly hear what the fuck they saying is because they on drugs. They're on drugs. And the people that understand that shit are on drugs listening to the person that's on drugs rapping. It's just crazy, man. I don't understand it. But like I said before, It ain't for me to understand. They just don't make black people like they used to. Black women walking around here, y'all, come on, please. Y'all are not the prize. How are you the prize? Just because you got a pussy? I had to close the door because I don't want my children to hear this. Just because you got a pussy in between your legs, I got a dick in between mine. And I'm telling you, my shit, I got the magic stick. So what I'm saying is, my dick is just as golden as your pussy. What are you really saying? No, the reality of it is when we come together, both of us are the prize. There's no one greater than the other. What is this? Y'all want a 6-figure man? Let me say this. Before you ask for something, you better make sure you have it. In other words, what I'm saying is, you asking for a 6-figure man, you better be a 6-figure woman. The audacity of black women these days. Asking for things that you can't even provide in a relationship. And at the end of the day, black people are not ready for commitment. We're not ready to be in relationships. Because a relationship is what? A business. And most black people, we're going to go on. I don't like to use it, but we're going to go based on statistics. Most black people don't know how to conduct good business when it comes to marital affairs. And that's real talk. They don't make black people like they used to. Statistically, we were married and stayed married longer when we were slaves than now that we're free. Let me see if I can remember this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me see if I can remember the supreme alphabets. Hold on. Alpha, born, cipher, divine, equality, freedom, God, heaven high, I, justice, king, Lord, master, nation, O cipher, power, refine, strength, truth, unity, victory, X, unknown, Y, X, Y, W, H, Y, Z, zigzag, zig, Allah. Let me see. Allah. What is it? Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. That's the 5% rhetoric. At one point in time, we used to read. We were part of organizations, black organizations such as the 5% Nation, or rather the Nation of Gods and Earths, the Nubian Nation, the Moorish Science Temple, the Nation of Islam. And in those organizations, it was there to push and promote black unity. And I can tell you, man, I've pretty much been just a part of every black organization you can fathom, you can imagine. And one thing I can tell you, in those black organizations, I'm talking about back in the days, because like I said, they don't make black people like they used to. Back in the days, we read books like it was nothing. I left the last group or organization, or should I say cult, that I was part of was the Nubian Nation. And in the Nubian Nation, I read the most out of all of the black organizations. I'm telling you, man, we were knocking books down. And y'all just don't really know. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not embellishing on the truth. I have no reason to be an arrogant, narcissistic asshole. None. But to be truthful with you, you all don't know who y'all are fucking with, man. When I was part of that cult, we was reading like shit, like ancient civilization, the ancient Sumerians, the Chemedians or Egyptians. We were reading about Greek mythology. Some of everything. We were studying about quantum physics, dark matter, you name it. That's the reason why y'all fuck with me, because I know a lot. I know a little about a lot of stuff. When I was in those organizations, I was groomed to be on the attack. I was groomed, in other words, I was groomed and ready at any given time, even now, for an intellectual debate. I could rock and roll with the best of them. Real talk. And I just don't understand it. But then again, I do. Because they don't make black folks, such as myself, like they used to. They just don't. Black folks used to be conscious or aware about what they ate. We would just eat any people's food. For real. We weren't that type of people to go out on the weekends and eat out all the time. We wasn't into that fast food shit. We ate home cooked meals. Nowadays, young black men and women, all I see, no, seriously, when I used to go out there doing Uber Eats, Postmates and shit, the people I used to deliver, and you know those big ass nowadays in the South, they building these big ass fucking apartment buildings, right? That are really mazes in the inside. But when I used to go inside those apartment buildings, right in the parking lot where the trash cans were, that's all I saw was just fast food bags stacked all the way up to the top, or DiGiorno pizzas and shit like that. Nobody's cooking anymore. And that's scary to me. Scary to me. At one point in time, black people used to be aware. We used to be woke, conscious. And I'm not just talking about, the black organizations. I'm just talking about, your typical black people. I'm talking about typical barbershop talk. I'm talking about when old people, get a little liquor in them and they start talking politics and religion. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, let's be real. This is crazy, man, what I'm about to say, but we're going to keep it 1,000, right? Originally I was supposed to do a video about the PAFAs. You know what I'm saying? PAFAs are these chemicals that they found in our drinking water, right? They're saying, this is what the news is saying, that PAFAs are found in 50% of our drinking water nationwide, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Listen, hear me out. Now, these PAFAs, right? There's 12,000 types of PAFAs found in our drinking water, right? They did a test on the drinking water in cities in the state of North Carolina, such as Charlotte, Raleigh, and Durham, right? In Charlotte, Raleigh, and Durham, they found 32 types of PAFAs out of the 12,000. And these PAFAs can be cancer causing. In other words, they can pretty much mess up your body if you were to drink the tap water, right? At one point in time, black people would be socially conscious and aware enough to the point where they would spread the news. They would spread the news. Like, yo, man, did you hear what they said about this and that and so forth? And you know that, and guess what? Black people will bring up a great, valuable point when saying this. And I was looking on the news and they were talking about there was cancer causing PAFAs or PUFAs or whatever they were saying, but they never said what they're going to do about it. Are they going to treat the water? Are they going to cure the water? What is it? You know what I'm saying? And that would be a smart, intelligent question to ask. But we don't ask those type of questions anymore. And before PAFAs, there was hydrofracking. And here in North Carolina, there was where Duke Energy a couple years back got caught dumping coal ash inside the Catawba River. So they've been poisoning us. But you know what? When black people were built different in my heydays, we would be the one of the first whistleblowers. Now we scared of everything. Everything. Nah, don't say nothing. Because we scared of the boogeyman that we created called elimination. You know, I always say it like that because, seriously, YouTube will get at me on that. If I say it and the algorithms pick it up. So I got to say it like that. Yeah, the boogeyman. You know, that secret group that Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rick Ross, and the likes are part of. For real. And no, seriously, this is a side note. I want y'all to use this. We got a problem in our black community, right? And one of the problems is snitching. I'm making a point. Hear me out. We're going to get back to the whole, they don't make black people like they used to anymore. But this is kind of relevant to what I'm saying. Wow. Anyway, so we got a problem in the black community is snitches, right? Caucasians know this. They know it. They know that black people will say on wax, I don't snitch, I don't snitch, I'm mean, I'm bad, pow, 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 I shoot you. But when you get them inside the police precinct and you terror and phonetics, terror, interrogate them, they'll be like this. Straight up. So the point that I'm making is, if they know this, if they know black people be snitching, right? Why would they give a nigga secrets to world domination? Please. And the reason why I say that is because they know that black people are going to tell. So stop it. I've never seen a group of black men like this ever before in my life, where you don't stand for anything. You kneel. That's not what we did. We used the hip hop culture to push our revolutionary agenda. And to be real with you, you all were supposed to pick up where we left off at. And you did. I've never seen in my life ever such docile, weak men. And it's to the point where, yo, seriously, I don't see these men changing, because in today's society, they promote the infeminization of the black man. And let me tell you something. Back in my days, we wouldn't go for that shit. That's why I know that they don't make black people like they used to. See, y'all be bugging out on me, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know, I'm a trip. For real. But why you be bugging out on me? Because I'm raw? Because I'm truthful? Because I'm everything that you miss seeing from our race, let alone a black man. Don't think that I don't know. Don't think that I don't know why some of you all look at my channel. It's the nostalgia that you can't run away from. And that's the reason why you like me. Because you remember her when we were charming, when we were funny, when we were shy, when we were introverts, when we were strong, when we were health conscious, when we loved one another sincerely. And it's crazy because I'm saying when we love one another sincerely, and my children are screaming in the background. So I'm about to go because my children are screaming in the background. And you know they matter more than you all. Wow. 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 I make y'all remember every time I get on YouTube what's most important. And that's the reason why I'm getting off. Because what's most important is family. And I don't see that in our community anymore. Because they don't fucking make black people like they used to.